She had the entire movie critiques fraternity dance to her cinema beats with the very first movie. And then now, she is somebody who's gifted the world some of my most favorite Bollywood movies. From Luck by Chance to Zindagi Na Milegi Dobara to Dil Dharakne Do, we love them all. For the very first time, Zoya, Akhtar, welcome to the Firstpost.
Thank you for having me.
Zoya, between you and Farhan, people have always been very confident about what you would be and a slight bit confused about what he will be. Even though your directorial debut came in a little late, critically it was very well acclaimed and people were very confident. Mm-hmm. Were you always very confident about what you want to do and how you will turn out?
Yeah, I think so. I knew I was confident about what I wanted to do, but till you don't direct, you don't know if you can.
Correct.
Of course, I was in, when I went to, I did a stint at NYU, I did a film production course, so you do short films, so you do direct, but it's not the same thing as making a feature, so you don't know whether you'll be able to sustain and tell a story that's like a 2-hour story, whether you'll be able to carry these characters through, their graphing, whether you'll enjoy the process. You don't know whether you will be able to communicate with 150 people, and remain centered. So you don't know till you do it. So that I didn't know and I wasn't sure. But it was strange because the first day on set, I took my first shot and I was just like, this is where I belong.
And I can do this.
Yeah.
So that's just, the first day was just a confidence booster then.
Yeah.
Lovely. Listen, when you do movies, especially I think after Dil Dharakne Do, there were a lot of statements made about, oh, she just makes movies about rich people. Does that kind of bother you?
I mean, it would, a little bit. Some of it is funny.
I'm glad you're saying it does. Because
of course it does. Some of it is funny. Like one article called me the princess of posh pain. So Arjun Basir, who does the costumes of my film, he's going to make me a t-shirt that says princess of posh pain.
So you should totally wear it.
I'm going to just wear it and be like, just go to, do interviews.
Just wear it with all the confidence you have.
Absolutely. Yeah. So yes, there is a part of it because I can understand if you go into a movie and you come out of a movie and you don't like the movie for whatever it's worth and you critique it. But I don't understand writing about a movie without watching the movie and saying...
Oh, do people do that?
People were saying it before the film came out.
Oh, God.
The film hadn't come out. That this is a film about rich people. What does that even mean? What does it mean? I don't know what it means. It's like saying, I don't want to watch this movie because it's got poor people in it. I don't want to watch this movie because it's about royalty. I don't understand. It's like, it's a story. It's, there will be characters and conflicts and a narrative that either resonates with you or doesn't. You can't like or not like a movie based on the economic strata of the characters.
Exactly.
But I don't know. So if I make a movie, I made Luck by Chance, which wasn't about rich people. And I made Bombay Talkies, which wasn't about rich people, but nobody went to see it. Actually, from my 4 films, they're only watching the films about rich people. So, I don't know.
The first movie that you made, Luck by Chance, did not, even though it was about the industry and it was your take on the industry, all of that, it did not do very well commercially. After that, you did Zindagi Na Milegi Dobara. Now there's Dil Dharakne Do, which has, even though Dil Dharakne Do did not do commercially that well the way we expected it to, Zindagi Na Milegi Dobara, it was on the top charts. After Luck by Chance, did you feel like you have to prove a point?
You don't feel like you have to prove a point, but you want your films to make money. That awareness clicked in, which I didn't have earlier, I just assumed that you make a good film and it'll find its audience and it'll make its money. And the kind of feedback I got with Luck by Chance was overwhelming when the film came out. It was ridiculous. The press was outstanding.
I know.
They were really, really good to me. The press, they pushed the film.
Correct.
Beyond the fact they didn't need to. They weren't there for PR. They pushed it on their own. The industry loved it. I got a lot of attention from there. And it didn't make any money, which was a bit of a surprise. But that awareness clicked in of like, oh my God, my films have to make money, So, and it changed. Something changes, in your head. Because then you are like, then you suddenly get into like, how's it getting marketed? Oh, what is the box office? How did it open? None of these things were there in my first film.
But I'm really glad that you're saying this, because usually when you ask some directors about, oh, your movie didn't make money at that point in time, it wasn't commercially successful, was that okay? And they're like, oh no, it was completely fine, because satisfaction from the movie is what matters. But then money, the kind of money that they make out of the movie is very important too, right?
Of course.
Yeah.
Of course. People back you.
Yeah.
Of course you want I'm not, I'll be honest with you, I don't want a movie that everyone hates and it makes money.
Correct.
That would upset me. You know what I mean? As much.
Yeah.
I want to be liked. I want my work to be liked. I want people to feel something. I want them to be slightly inspired. You know what I mean? I want that for myself as a storyteller. But I also want the film to make money.
Correct.
And I don't want to make movies for myself. I want to make movies for an audience. I want people to come in and watch it. So no, it affected me, and
it's important than money.
Of course,
yeah,
it is.
Obviously. You've been in the industry for quite a long time now, even though you made your debut a little late. You've been in the industry before that also. Tell me one of the funniest piece of advice that you got from somebody from within the industry.
A funny piece of advice.
Like you just listened to it and then probably didn't laugh at his face, did that later.
Oh, you mean like bad advice?
Yeah.
Bad advice.
Yeah.
Oh God, there's just so much of it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Everybody will tell you what to do.
Oh God.
Commercial filमें बनानी चाहिए. Why don't you make a love story? Why don't you make a movie about this?
Like they just give you stories.
Yeah. Everybody tells you what you should do. You should have made Ritik and Katrina dance in Zindagi together. You should. I mean, people just say all kinds of things. You're like,
how do you react to this though?
Nothing. You have to be very polite, because something good might come at some point. You should still be approachable.
So you just say yeah, and then not do it. Or do whatever you want after that.
Absolutely.
That's the best way to be,
Absolutely.
right? Whenever criticism or advice comes your way, just say yeah, and then
because sometimes something good will come.
So not shut the door ever, but do whatever you want at the end. Sony Playplex HD, the new channel that has an amazing library of critically acclaimed, beautiful Hollywood movies.
Yes.
Now we know about the good movies that are there out there, but then tell me 3 movies that you couldn't sit through. Not the ones in Sony Playplex HD, but in general.
3 movies I couldn't sit through.
Yeah.
There's this movie. It's not like I couldn't sit through it. It was bad. It's like a really weird experience, actually. Have you heard of this movie called Time Code?
I have.
By Mike Figgis?
Yeah, I have.
Which is all shot in real time. I tried to watch it twice and I passed out both times. I just went to sleep. I don't know what it is. But at both times, I tried to put it on and I have just not been able to stay awake in that film.
Never happened.
Yeah, so I haven't seen that movie. But movies I couldn't sit through.
Let's try Bollywood now, Zoya.
But I won't say that on camera.
Zoya, I don't expect diplomatic, politically right answers from you,
no,
right?
It's not right. Because I tell you, there are movies in the Hindi film space that I cannot sit through. You know what I mean? But I don't think it's fair to be here on camera talking about, because most of the directors are my friends.
Yeah.
So it's something I should tell them. I shouldn't be saying it on
Lovely.
camera. So it's not right. Yeah.
Fair enough. Oh, so should we go back to Hollywood then?
Yeah, Hollywood,
2.
I can tell you.
2 more.
2 more films I couldn't sit through. I'm not very big on the superhero franchise. I find them a bit annoying. Most of them, I have to say, and they were great when I was growing up. Like Batman's my favorite series, but besides that, I find a lot of them really, they're boring.
Unbearable?
Yeah, I find them boring, most of them.
Zoya, when Zindagi Na Milegi Dobara came out, there were a lot of rumors about different stuff, right? Now, before I ask you what's the most craziest piece of rumor that you've heard about yourself, I heard that during Zindagi Na Milegi Dobara, there was a time when you imported tomatoes for 1 crore. I mean, this is just bizarre. I don't believe it. Obviously, it's untrue. Is there something else that you've heard?
No, it was a half-truth. The tomatoes were brought in from Portugal.
Correct.
But they weren't for 1 crore.
Yeah.
Yeah, the money was just ridiculous.
Yeah.
But what happened was that Buñol, Buñol is a place where the Tomatina takes place. It's in a state called Valencia.
Right.
And they were very, very sweet with us, and they gave us the actual location
right,
where the Tomatina takes place.
Correct.
And they told us you can shoot it in this week.
Yeah.
So we had to shoot it in that week. But the tomatoes hadn't ripened. So there were no tomatoes. So the tomatoes were brought in from Portugal.
Portugal, right.
That is correct.
Right.
But 1 crore is a bit much. Yeah, no.
Too much or?
No, it was too much.
Too much, okay.
Yeah.
Is this, so that definitely, yes, I've heard you clarify this before. But is there another piece of rumor that you've heard?
Rumor, no. I mean, people keep asking me, did Farhan direct the film? You're just like, really? Really? Yeah. Yeah.
So that's just your reply to this, really?
Yeah, because I mean, what am I going to say? No.
Before we conclude, we have a fun, quick game. It's
Okay.
called 5-second summaries. Have
Okay.
you heard of this before?
No.
So 5-second summaries is where you have these cards which has the name of different movies.
Okay.
A few from Hollywood, a few from Bollywood. I don't know what they are. Now what you have to do is you pick up the card, and we're going to play this in turns. You'll pick one first, and then I'll pick one. So you see the name of the movie. In 5 seconds, you have to summarize the plot of the movie and make me guess what this is.
Okay.
But you can't use any word from the title. Also, you can't name any actors from the movie.
Okay. So you do it first.
All right then.
Okay.
Okay, let's go.
Yeah, let's go. And if I haven't seen the film, I can just say I haven't seen it.
I'm sure you would know.
Okay.
Okay, this is 3 people in a car, Spain.
Zindagi na milegi dobara.
There you go.
Okay, like that.
This is simple.
Okay. Okay, this is about vampires.
Twilight.
Yeah.
This is industry. You're first.
Luck by chance. How are you asking me my own movies? Okay, so this is adapted from a book by J.R.R. Tolkien.
Does it have Gandalf in it?
Yes.
Lord of the Rings.
Yes.
I love this. This is girls singing a cappella.
Girls singing a cappella.
Yeah, group of girls. The Bellas.
Girls singing a cappella.
Yeah, girls. It's a singing movie. It's a musical. I think I've lost the time already.
Pitch Perfect. Haven't
Perfect.
seen it.
Haven't seen it.
Okay, so this is a family drama on a cruise ship.
Dil Dhadkne Do
Okay.
it is then.
Yes.
Oh, great work to both of us then. We should clap for each other.
Yeah, this is fun.
This is
Yeah,
fun, huh?
it's
I
fun.
wish there was more. Zoya, thank you so much.
Thank you for
This is
having me
great
here.
fun.
Yeah.
All the best for the. We are not talking about the rapper movie right now because you're not going to give me too much right now.
Yeah.
You will come back and then we will talk about it
Absolutely.
again.
Absolutely.
Thank you so much, Zoya.
Thank you.
Great
Thank
fun.
you. Yeah.